So, managing bipolar disorder while juggling college, I mean, that and like your extracurricular activities that you're doing is challenging, I'm sure. Like, what strategies have you actually found effective in maintaining balance and ensuring your well-being?
That's a good question. So I don't want to repeat my answer, but honestly, therapy is one of the most important parts of my life. Um, it depends how often I go to therapy. Sometimes I go once every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's once a month. Sometimes it's once every month, depending on once every week. Some depending on if I like how often I need it. But therapy has helped me. He has psychoeducated me, and he's helped me uh, get through, like, understand so many elements, not just about myself but about life in general. We have worked on my time management, so time management, using a lot of time management techniques is something that has helped me maintain a balance. Taking self, engaging in conversations and spending quality time with my friends also is one of those things. So I know how to prioritize it. So I have this whole system in place where it's like, I strongly believe that you don't need to act on your feelings. So because you will never feel like working hard. Your body is literally wired to be comfortable. So you're not gonna feel like, oh, going to the gym today, or working that extra hour on your laptop or whatever, like that you're working on, right? Because it's uncomfortable. So what you can do is, knowing that your body is wired to be comfortable, and that it will feel you will feel uncomfortable, you feel like not doing the hard work, you can acknowledge that you don't want to do it, and then be like, okay, so what, and then still end up doing the work. So it's like, because I am good at delaying short gratification, it has helped me get my work done, because there are so many extracurricular activities that I do that it demands for me to like sit at one place and get my work done, right? So one of the things, and also romanticizing life, I romanticize the hell out of life. So I love going to cafes. I love people watching. I love engaging with strange in conversations with strangers, and I love like just sipping my coffee and getting my work done. So changing your environment, finding your comfort space, that is something that has helped me as well. Keeping it new for yourself, like you could be, maybe you're someone who needs to explore a new place, or maybe you're someone who wants to find one place and find comfort with it and stick to it. Either way works, right? So doing that, finding ways to make your work bearable is one thing, because breaking them down in smaller tasks is another. So these are all like some time management techniques that I've used. And also just strategizing your work, and because I have this thing called like in my to-do list, I have a 1 year plan, I have a 6 month plan, then I jot it down to like a month plan, and then like weekly, and then daily. It sounds like a lot of work, but it's like a 15-20 minute work, and then it just eases out everything, because I know what I have to do for the rest of the month, right? So it's like it's good to go, it's a good system. And another part is using calendars. I cannot function without Notion at all, so I have everything dumped there. So these are just some things that help me balance my extracurriculars, honestly. And also on top of that, like we discussed before, showing grace and compassion is also one thing, because it's so easy for me to get mad at myself for not getting anything done, especially when I'm going through a depressive episode. It drains me completely. So during those times, I have to prioritize. I have to make sure, okay, these are things that I absolutely need to get done. Like for example, now that I'm in college at the moment, I need to like attend my lectures. And so sometimes if I'm going through a depressive episode, just making to college is good enough. I just need to be in college, and that's it. Like that's my whole plan for the day. So it's like that, like prioritizing your responsibilities, prioritizing what you have to do in the day, while being kind and grace to your show grace to yourself is important.
Wow, yes. And so does your therapist actually go ahead and provide these workbooks so that you're able to fill it in, or and they kind of like teach you how they guide you how to go ahead and conduct your goal list and everything? Or is this something you
No,
do on
not
your own?
I no, no, this is something that I do on my own. There are a lot of things. So I keep reading as well, like self-help books and everything. So I keep like
I
educating
see.
myself on these things. He just helps me. So if there's like a dilemma or something, he helps me get perspective.
Mm.
And whenever there are new things that I'm tackling, like I said, it's mainly around managing bipolar. So we work on understanding my triggers for different episodes. How do we avoid that, stuff like that. So one of the major important things that we worked on last year has been my workaholic tendencies. Like if you had asked me a year ago, I would say a good day for me is when I'm working 16 hours a day. That's
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
That's because like I used to do that in COVID times, like when it was just COVID and I don't have to
Mhm.
travel. I would start my day would start at like 8 in the morning and it would end at 12 or 2 in at night, which is a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So that's insane, right? So that would be a good day for me. So it's like I was a proper workaholic for like 2 years, and then we worked on that because it helps you maintain a good balance in life. Otherwise my depressive episodes were like triggered a lot. It would just be very stressful. So yeah.
And that's great that you find a good therapist to help you navigate through certain challenges. Like, yeah, working, that's too much, especially if you're so young. As you get older, you probably be thinking, oh, I need to work 20 hours a day. Like, no, it's too much, too much. Like, even for myself, like I have to make sure I take my breaks. And I mean, I'm working from home, but I have to make sure I take a break. It's important to have your break and not just like eat in front of your computer for lunchtime, but actually step away from your computer, go sit down, listen to some music or something, no, maybe no digital screens, and then just eat.